If you want to learn how to efficiently manage your project and streamline your workflow, then this is the video for you. Hey my beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. So if you've watched my previous video where I gave an overview of what you can achieve with Notion, this video is a follow-up video and we are going a step higher, because in this video I'm going to be giving you step-by-step guide on how you can use Notion for a project. So if you have a project you're working on, whether it's a personal project or a project for your client or your company, this video is for you, because I'm going to give you a framework that you can replicate for any type of project. Make sure to watch this video till the end, because I have some tips and tricks to streamline this process and also to avoid the repetitive task that is synonymous with projects. Yeah, so let's get right into it. Let's go. First, I will advise for you to create a project master dashboard. So on this dashboard, you have all your projects linked so that you can easily access these projects, because you might be managing different projects simultaneously. So this will give you a visual representation of what you're working on. And also on this master dashboard, you can add your related content. So the things that you would need for a project. So like notes and meetings and events page, and also the areas or pillars. So you have the finance department, you have the design department, you have the marketing department. So with the pillars and areas, you can identify which of these areas that you're working on for a particular project. So you can put all this on your master dashboard. So for this particular project, I'm going to show you how you can build this up. So watch till the end, because I will show you how you can link all the projects you're working on to this particular master dashboard so that you can easily access them. For this tutorial, we are going to work together in launching a natural hair product line. So start by creating a blank page. I would advise for you to follow along with a fictional project that you can work on along with me, because I believe that when you're watching a tutorial, the best and fastest way to learn is to practice along with the tutorial, so that wherever you're learning will stick. So we're going to title our page and then add an icon, cover photo. Go ahead and do that for your own project. So for this project, we have 5 key areas that I will be focusing on. First one is research and development. The next is branding and packaging. Next is marketing and social media strategy, logistics and operations, then post-launch analysis. So these are the core areas that I will be focusing on for this particular project. And the framework that I have for you that you should follow for any type of project is to make sure you have a page project, another separate page for task and subtask, and the last page for resources. So these are the 3 key areas to manage a project. Let's go ahead and list out other things that we need. Meetings and events, the pillars and areas, the notes. And also for this particular project, I'm going to add a marketing content calendar and also a launch day checklist template. So this template, I can use it for any other type of launch that I might have in the future. So now, after we are done creating the related content, just keep things organized. So they will be in 2 columns. So now let's get into the real deal. Click on the page you created for projects and change the database view to table, and then with this table we'll paste our core areas that we'll be focusing on. Like I've said, so we'll title that column projects. I like to turn off the wrap column so that things can be kept neat, and yes, I like to turn it off. And then for the next column, we're going to change the tags that comes automatically with the table. We'll change it to the name that we want by clicking on edit property. So when you click on edit property, you have different options to choose from. So for this particular one, we want to change it to date so that we can add the timeline or time span of the projects. Change the name. I'm naming my timeline, and we use the date format. And then the next one, we'll still choose the person property, rename it to project manager. In this case, I'm the project manager. So, and then if I'm working with a team, if you're working with a team for this particular project, so add them using the person property. And next, let's move on to creating our task. task and subtask. So I put task and subtask because under each task, you have different tasks that you need to successfully complete a particular task. So just to keep everything neat, I will use a feature called sub items, which I will show later in the video. But let's start with the first column, rename it to task, and then for the next, we'll change it to the person property and change the name to assigned to for the person who will be working on this particular task. So we'll gradually build up our task database using that. So these are the core things we need. You can add more depending on the project you're working on, but those are the main things that we want to focus on for that task. Now we are back to our project page, and I'm adding in the timeline for each stage of the project and the person who will be working as a manager and the team members. You can invite your team members to this project page and they can see what they've been assigned to do and give them full access, so you can determine what kind of access they will have. Now we are going to add some tasks under the task column, and now I'm showing you how you can customize the table to show sub items. So if you have a lot of tasks, so you turn it on and you have this option to add a new item under the main item. So now under conduct market research, we have research emerging trends. So it's going to be a sub task for the main task. So you can add as many sub tasks as you have for your project, and then each of these sub tasks can be assigned to a person and will have different due dates, status, and complete. After populating the task column, I'm going to show you how to add the person who will be working on. So in this case, it's still Genevieve. And this handy feature, which I really like, so if you have something that like this person who is working on all these sub tasks, you can just click on the column and you will see this arrow. Yeah, just use it and drag down and everything will be copied. If you have something that you're going to be repeating and typing, it's similar to Excel. Excel has the same feature. So just click on the column and drag it to be replicated for all the columns, which is a very good feature to have to save time. I'm going to do that for the rest of the task, and we'll move on to the due date. So for the due date, remember we use the date property. Now I can add the due date for each task so that whoever is working on will know that, okay, this is when this task is due. And also for the status, we use in progress, done, not started. You can modify them. And also I like to add this complete section so that when you're done with a particular task, you can tick the done button. I just like the check mark for complete so that when it's in progress, I know it's in progress. When it's complete, yeah, I want to see the tick button. And now I'm showing you a very powerful feature on Notion. You can link different databases together. So it's called the relation feature. As we are on this task database, we can link another page to this database. Now I'm going to show you how you can relate each task here to the project that it's related to. So for you to do that, you need to click on the plus sign to add a new property to the page and go down and select the relation property and select the page you want to link here. So in this case, we are linking the project page. So when you add the relation, see what happens. It shows right here. And now if you go back to the project page, because you clicked on show on the project, task and subtask will also show on the project page. That's a very powerful feature that Notion has for you to connect everything together. So instead of constantly switching between pages, you can just be on one page and see an overview of everything that is happening. And now let's go back to the task page and link the project that are related to this particular task. So for the first task is under research and development. Yeah, so we can do that for each task. And because all of them are under research and development, I'm just going to drag it down and then everything will be completed. So we'll do that for all the other tasks. And now when we go back to our projects page, we will see that the tasks we added are now showing on the projects page. And now I'm going to show you another powerful feature on Notion. The property is called rollup, where you can bring up items from another page to track the progress of your project. In this case, I want to see when a task is completed. I want to see it on this project page so that I don't have to go to the task page to check, oh, has this task been completed? So I want to roll that feature feature into the project page. So now you need to decide on the property that you want to bring into this project page. So for me, I said the complete. So you have the different options. Click on the calculate section where it shows show original. Click on it and you have a feature called percent check, and now you have the option to choose whether you want the percentage to be displayed as a number or as a bar or as a ring. So for me, I want the progress bar with the percentage. That will show me the percentage of the task that has been completed for a particular project, which is very powerful, I must say. This kind of workflow helps you to streamline everything and save up time instead of going from page to page and then giving yourself headaches. So now I'm showing you the resources page. We still use the table view. So for each page, both the tasks and projects, we're using the page view for each of them. So for the resources, I named the first page resources, the next the type of resources, and file and media. These are the resources I need for each project. For example, organic shea butter is very important in natural hair product. These are the resources I'll be referring back to for this product launch. And for the type of material, I will decide whether it's a file or it's an article. So maybe an article I need to refer to, or a tool. And I'm going to link the page here so that when I want to refer back to it, I can easily click and then get to the website. And then if it's a tool, I can link the tool there and refer to these resources. So that's about it for the resources page. So one thing I want to do now is also to link the projects page to the resources page so that everything is connected. For the organic shea butter supplier, definitely that's under the research and development. I'm going to do that, and when you come back to the project page I've already shown you, you will see the resources page linked on the project as well. Now the pillars and areas I mentioned earlier, maybe it's the marketing department or the design department, you can decide which project is connected to a particular pillar or area so that when you're filtering, you can just filter your page and focus on one aspect at a time, not to get overwhelmed. So for our pillars for this particular project is the research, branding, marketing, and logistics, and also post-launch analysis. So I gave a little description for each of them, and then I will link the project and the resources page as well. I want everything to be connected. And we are back to the task and subtask. I'm adding more items so that our project page will be populated and I can show you more features to streamline your workflow. Let's move back to our projects page and see how everything is building up. So now everything is kind of well organized on the project page. Now I want to show you the meetings and events that I mentioned earlier. So for the first column, definitely meeting, you know how it goes, edit the property and change it to what you want. So for this particular one, I want to add the person property and add who will be attending this meeting. So definitely you need the event date and also you need the location and the meeting type. So for the location, I use the text feature. And then the type of meeting. So the meeting type, now I'm going to type few meetings under the meeting and choose the attendees, event date, and for the meeting type, I'm using either video conferencing or in person. For the location, you can type the location. That's why I use the text feature. So you can type exactly where the meeting is taking place. So if you Zoom, you can add the Zoom link along with writing Zoom. And now I'm linking the project page favorite feature so that I can view everything from the project page, which makes things easier. I'm linking the task as well. Yeah, so that's our meeting and event page. Is done, and here I'm showing you that you can add the calendar view. So when it comes to meetings and events, definitely calendar view is very important. One of the beautiful things I like about Notion is you can change the different views. So we have table view, board view, list view, timeline, calendar, gallery. These views give you different things. So for the calendar, definitely you're going to see these meetings on a calendar format. This is very visual. Table view will give you more options to customize the page. That's why you can see that most of the pages I created, I used the table view because you have more customization properties. So now I want us to move on to the notes. So we are still using the table view. I'll change it from name to the title, and I'll change the text to a text property and rename it to summary of the notes, the date it was created, and also the authors. We are linking our project page to this notes page. And now this is another thing that I would like to draw your attention to if you want to save time and avoid repetitive tasks that's common with managing a project. So I'm creating a launch day checklist template. So this template, you can use it for other projects. So all you need to do is to save this as a template. Watch till the end because I'm going to show you how you can create templates to reuse. So for this launch day, we just need a checkbox, and you see that when you check a particular box off, it goes down. Let's move on. In this video, I'm not going to show you how to create a content calendar because that should be a separate video. If not, this video is going to be very, very long. So this is my YouTube content calendar. So you can see everything is well organized, and I'm going to show you how to achieve this in another video. Watch out for that video, okay? So now I want us to move back to our project page to see how things are building up beautifully well. So we can see everything. We can see the progress of our project. We can see the task and subtask. We can see the resources. Everything is there. And now I'm going to show you something very powerful about Notion. Here I'm going to show you how we can bring everything to this page, because I told you we have different aspects of this project. So the research and development is one of them. And now I'm going to bring up all the tasks and resources and meetings and notes related to this particular part of the project. And how we do that is you start with a slash on your keyboard and type linked database. When you start typing, you will see the option. So click on the linked view of database. And when you click that, you have automatically the table view. Now we want to link the task and subtask page to this research and development page. This is a very powerful feature of Notion. So now you can see everything. But I want us to change the view to list view. We'll focus on what is more important. So for this, I'm going to use the list view, and I will show you how you can filter out so that you have a focus. So I want to filter it to the person the task is assigned to and whether it's completed or not. So I want to see the check mark. So the name of the task the person is assigned to and the check mark. That's what I am interested in. And also the due date. So here I'm just trying to arrange them to make them look more organized. So now I want us to filter it by project. So when you filter it by project, we can click on the research and development and see what happens. It will show only the tasks that are connected to the research and development part of the project. So now we can just focus on this instead of looking at the whole table of tasks and subtasks. And here I realized that I have other resources and projects. That's what happens when you have more than one project you're working on. You might have the same name for resources, the same name for projects and tasks. So I'm trying to change the icon here so that when I'm searching for it, I know exactly which resources or task I'm linking to this page. So I changed the icon for easier browsing. The next thing I'm going to link to this page is the resources page. For this particular one, I'll change it to the gallery view. When you click on gallery, it comes with these big boxes. We don't need them. So I will change it to the card preview to none. Now let's filter it, the fun part. We can decide on the properties we want to show on the page. So for the properties, I'm going to show, of course, the resource name, the name of the resource, and I want to filter it by the project. So in this case, we are working with research and development. And then another thing I would advise for you to link to each page is quick links. So things that you can easily access. For example, maybe your online store if you have an online store, or maybe a Zoom link to your Zoom account that you can easily click and join a meeting. So if you're working on the page and then you realize, oh, I have a meeting in the next 5 minutes, you can just easily access this. I really like Notion because of its customizable feature. Let me just quickly show you how you can add a link. Highlight the text that you want to add a link to and just paste the link and you'll have the link there. And next, thing that will be linking to this page is the notes database. So here it is. We have a lot of notes. Imagine looking at all this and you get overwhelmed. That's why I'm creating all these filtered versions for each project. So now I'm going to change the table view to, so you can have more than one view for each of them, like I did with meetings and events page. So you're not restricted to just one page. You can have like 4 views on one page. Okay, so let's change the table view for the notes. So we'll change it to the board view. I have also linked the meetings and events page. So after I have linked everything that I want to link for this particular project, I promise to show you how to reuse templates. I'm going to cut everything that I've linked to this particular project, which is research and development, and we'll go back to the project page and click on this new template, and we're going to rename it new project, paste everything that we've done here, and it's going to be a template we can reuse. Click on that page, you will see new projects, the template we just created, and it's going to populate the whole page, which is powerful. So this is it. You can see everything is populated, so we don't need to repeat going through filtering and sorting, and which can be time consuming. So now I realize I would like to see the progress, the status, so I added it to the task page. So now our template is new project, so that's the template we'll be using. I can apply the same template to all these other projects. So now I'm going to show you how you can reuse it. Remember, we filtered the research and development for each of these pages, so now we can change it to branding and packaging, which is what we are dealing with now. So we'll go to the filter. So you click on the filter, you choose project and change it to branding. Make sure to cancel what was there before and choose branding and packaging. And now you will only see the task and subtasks that are related to branding and packaging. And now you've learned how to create templates and reuse them. This is the page we've been working on. You can add project roadmap. So how you do this is by using the slash button and type in timeline, and then need to bring out this timeline and you name it project roadmap. I like to have this at the bottom of the workspace. And now I'm trying to show the project database as an inline page. Remember, you can use inline page or a full page, and I decided to delete the other pages I created for the different parts of the project just to keep things neat. Imagine we started with a blank page and this is where we are right now, and we can effectively manage our projects. So I'm going to click on the project database and use the link to view database, and we'll link launching a natural hair care product line. And if you have more than one project, you can put all of them here. Make sure you are practicing, okay? Practice comes with perfection. The more you spend time on Notion, the easier it becomes, and you realize that, oh my God, why didn't I know about this tool earlier? Just to recap, we've covered everything from setting up a master dashboard for your project, and also we've learned how to create a project workspace and customize your views to filter out very important features. Also, we've learned how to create templates and reuse the template to streamline your workflow, and also we've learned how to create a focus page where you can see everything at a glance and save up time of checking pages from pages. We've learned how to link the project workspace to our project management dashboard. So you've learned a lot in this video, and if you found this video helpful, click the like button and subscribe for future tutorials like this. And also check the link in the description below. I'm going to have this same template. Check it out on the description. I've linked it there. You can use it for your own project. And check out other videos from this channel, and I will see you. Stay blessed and bye-bye.